Last episode, why cognitive intervention fails. Nervous system operates below conscious processing. It doesn't take orders from the thoughts. This episode, the solution architecture. If the system can learn threat, it can also learn safety, but not through cognition, not through thoughts, not through modifying them. It's through the body and through connection with others. So Gabor Maté makes an interesting observation. Humans have the longest dependency period of any species, period. Infants are born completely unable to regulate their own nervous systems. This isn't a design flaw, it's the architecture. We're meant to learn regulation from others. You have to borrow regulation before you can own it. One regulated nervous system connected with another. That's the transmission mechanism. That's how you learn regulation. You can't bootstrap what was never installed. And here's how it's supposed to work. The infant experiences distress, dysregulation, emotions all over. Caregiver attunes, provides regulated, calm presence. The infant's nervous system borrows the caregiver's regulation. Wow. And the distress resolves. This happens thousands of times, and eventually the infant internalizes the regulatory capacity. And only then does self-regulation become possible, because the pattern was installed through repetition. When this works, the download includes: distress is temporary. Help is available. My needs are valid. The environment is navigable. Essentially, the system learns safe, not cognitively, neurologically. Now let's examine installation failure, the cry it out methodology we've all heard of. The infant experiences distress, left without co-regulation. Problem: the infant lacks self-regulation capacity. It hasn't been installed yet. You can't run software that was never downloaded. What gets installed instead? Distress is the baseline. No help is coming. Shutdown is the only option. So the system never learns safe. And this isn't about blame allocation. I mean, parents were given this methodology as best practice. They were told it was independence training and don't spoil them. The flaw in that logic: you can't install independence by bypassing dependence. The dependency phase is where regulation gets installed. Skip it, and you skip the entire installation. The research is clear. Bowlby, Ainsworth. Secure attachment can be deliberately created. The pattern can be interrupted in just one generation. Key parameters. There's responsive caregiving, having a prompt signal response. There's physical proximity. Touch builds security. And emotional attunement. Babies and little kids feeling felt. There's predictable presence. Reliability builds trust. And finally, supported exploration. A secure base from a caregiver enables the child to venture out in further ranges to explore the world. For adults who didn't receive this installation, the nervous system remains plastic. That's the beautiful thing. Secure attachment can be developed through safe relationships, even now. A therapist, a partner, close friends, groups. You're not past the installation window. You're just running a delayed update. So what actually works? Remember the core problem? The nervous system doesn't process language, doesn't process your English thoughts, or whatever they are. It processes sensation and breath rate, rhythm, and movement. Therefore, you need to use body-based approaches. Bottom-up regulation, from the body up to the mind. Not just the mind to the body. That's top down. Breath work. An extended exhale activates the ventral vagal pathway. Exhale longer than inhale signals safety. I'll give you a quick demonstration of this. So I'm going to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 8, and hold for 4. So here we go. I'll tap. Voila! 1 cycle. Try a few and see what happens. And then there's yoga. Bessel van der Kolk, who wrote The Body Keeps the Score, he recommends this for trauma. It's breath movement synchronization and interoception development. It's your awareness of your body's internal state. There's also Tai Chi, Qigong, movement and breath, slow rhythmic patterns, regulation without language. And then there's vocalization, like chanting, singing, particularly in groups. It involves breath control, rhythmic synchronization, vagal activation through the voice. And group activities generally can help nervous systems synchronize. That is the design specification. Remember the tribes of 50 and 150 only? Way back when? The isolation is what's dysregulating. Connection is regulating. And then you can try a body mapping protocol, because emotions have spatial localization in the body. This is empirically demonstrated. Fear often feels like a chest constriction. Joy might feel like thoracic warmth. Anxiety might be gastric activation. The protocol. If you identify a distressing sensation, locate it spatially in your body, and just observe it without intervening. Then shift attention to a positive state. Say, joy. Where do you feel that? Safety. Where do you feel that? Calm. Where do you feel that? Locate those positive emotions spatially. This builds state shifting capacity as well. You learn, I can experience this state and that state. The body becomes navigable terrain. And the useful data point here, neuroplasticity persists. The nervous system can recalibrate at any age. It might be more difficult than childhood, but not impossible. Every safe interaction creates incremental rewiring, a cumulative effect. Requirements. Safe relational connections. Minimum 1. And then body-based practices and consistent application of them. And remember patience. This is a gradual recalibration. Remember self-compassion. You're installing what should have been preloaded. The arc. Episode 5, The Elegant Design. Episode 6, Corrupted by Shame. Episode 7, Downloaded to the Cellular Level. Episode 8, Nervous System Learned Threat. Episode 9, we're here, Nervous System can learn safety. You're not defective, you're running legacy code. But code can be updated through body, through connection, through practices that interface with the nervous system's protocol. Next episode, pathologization. When normal survival responses get classified as disorders. And fun, how the system monetizes your dysregulation. I'll see you there.